Welcome back guys to another video. In this video I'm going to try to explain what I did in the last video, and I just want to say that if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and like my videos, share them with your friends. So I'm going to open up Android Studio now, and this is where we left off in the last video. So this class is an abstract class called firestore adapter. This class basically query Firebase Firestore and then listens for real-time changes. That is why we have the listener registration to listens for changes in the database. So the class is called Firestore Adapter, and it is a type of recycler view holder. Now this class extends recycler view.adapter and then implements an events listener of a query snapshot. Right, so this is the listener that I just initialized, and then this is my array list, which is called a snapshot. Now this is the function that opens the listener, and this is the function that closes the listener. Right. Okay, so moving on, this is the different functions that gets called when a certain event is triggered, and this is the on event. So when the event is triggered here, I loop through all the document changes inside the snapshot, and then I use a when function, when keyword. This is similar to the switch case statement in Java. So and then I listen for the changes. So when an item is added, I trigger this function. When an item is modified, I trigger this function. When an item is removed, this function gets called. So I'm going to try my best to explain each of them now for you guys. So coming to the first one, so this checks when a new item is added. So when a new item is added, it adds it to the index and then the item itself, and then it notifies the adapter that a new item has been added. Now inside the on document modify, here what this basically does, the if check here is to check that the item changed and is still the same position. So if the item has changed, this will modify the item but keep it in the same position. Now if is the other case, this changes the item but the items remains the same but changes the position. And then on documents remove, this removes the items from the list and then notifies the adapter that something has been removed. Now the get item count just returns the size of the list. And the get snapshot is this is a method we are going to use in another class which I created. So I didn't want to write out this code again. I didn't want to write it out, so I didn't want to write it out in the video, so I just had to write it on my own. Then I'm going to explain it now. Okay, so we have a query here. This is the main adapter for our that will be used for our recycler view. And as you know, a recycler view needs a view holder and also the single item for each of the item in the recycler view. This item that will be shown for each row. So we'll have the image of the user and then the name of the user. I will put this file in the description, this user single item. I'm going to put the link to the file in the description where you can download, and also the user adapter too. And this is basically a constraint layout wrapped up inside the card view, constraint layout, and then the circle image view, which is for the user image, and then a text view, which is for the user name. So inside of this, I have my viewholder class, which extends recycler view.viewholder, and then I also have the main adapter class, which extends a firestore adapter, and this is the user adapter from the user viewholder. Right, so this is the firestore adapter. And then here I initialize some variables, some views, and some variables. Then the bind function gets called inside the onBind view holder. This is where I got the snapshots of where is it? Yeah, get snapshot inside the firestore adapter. So this snapshot returns me the array list index. So here I got it here, and then use the holder dot bind, which is the function that is here, this function. And then the bind function takes in a snapshot, listener, and the view holder itself. The listener is just to listen for when this item has been clicked, or when this holder, when this entire view has been clicked. So when the entire view gets clicked, it will guess the user ID and then send it to another activity. So this is the listener itself. This is an interface actually. Well, in normally it's not recommended to use an on-click listener in a recycler view adapter. So it's always good to use an interface and then implement that interface in the class in which you're going to call it. So this is basically what I did. So in the next video, I'm going to implement this interface so we can use the on-click listener function. So this is where I use the set on listener for the entire card view. That's for this entire view. So it says an on-click listener, and then I call the interface listener, and then I pass in the user and the user ID. Now this is where we set the username. Here we got the user as an object because we have the objects class, which is this. So this class gets um, uh, serialized using a pass label. So the pass label makes it easy for us to use it as an object and then use it inside our activity. Pass the data that is gotten from the user model and then pass it to our activity. So here I got the user ID for every row in the list in the recycler view. So this row will be user ID, next row will be another user ID, the next row will be another user ID. So I got it here and then also use the glide library to load the user image. So I also set the text to the user image using the property access syntax. So this is all for this class. This is the onCreate view where you call your layout. Okay, so I think I'm basically done explaining this. So in the next video, um I'm going to actually I can't really test this now because our main activity doesn't yet implement or call all these classes that we have here. So in the next video, I'm going to do that. And thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you have not. I will see you in the next video.